What is up, train fans? Going to take apart one of these beautiful USA Trains cars, the heavyweight cars that they put out this year. This one's a New York Central. It's like a coach. I didn't read the box before I opened it. I just took out the first one I could find, so if that's wrong, I'm sorry. But we'll start with just the exterior. You can see all the rivets and how good the detailing is on it. I'm impressed with it. The last one I saw was one of the old Aristocraft ones. I had a couple of those, and those were okay, but they were not as good as this. But they have the doors that open with the floorboards that come up so that you can have the walkway clear, and then they go back down and the door comes closed. All the people are in there from the factory. It's got the rubber ends, the diaphragms. Those are really nice and thick. Hopefully they won't crack as easily. I know some of the old ones did. The couplers are already the body mount couplers. I ran them yesterday and they seem to work really well. I was very impressed with those. And then the bottom, when I took it out, I almost broke this guy off, this little, I think it's a brake deal here. It's not really on there super well. It's a good detail part, but I ended up gluing it on the one I did break. I glued it to this little mount so that it wasn't quite as flimsy. So be careful of that when you get that out. It's really soft. And then on the bottom, if I can shift it over without knocking everything off my desk. And then I already took off the track pickups for the lights. I didn't want to use them. I want to use battery power and also reduce some of the friction that's created by those pickups, so I can pull the full 10-car set with my Hudson, because it wouldn't do it on the corners. It would slow down too much and just end up slipping. So I'm going to take those off, give it a good oil job, and see if that helps. And I'm going to wire these to a daisy chain setup to go from car to car so I can light them all up with one battery. So let's go dive into the inside of it and drop all your stuff. Break things. I'm good at that. Okay, so just to get it off, we take off these two screws that are on the end. They're long screws, one on each end. Sorry, two on each end. And then flip it over. Try not to push the windows in with your fingers. That's one thing I had to fix on this one. The windows did fall in during shipping, so I had to re-glue those on this car. Heard that happens on a few of them, but the roof just slides forward and then lifts off, and then you're left with the interior, where it looks like it has all of its lighting up top here, this big LED strip, and it also has a capacitor bank. So if you give it some juice, it will stay lit when it loses power, and it actually stays lit for a good amount of time too. So if we put some juice to it real quick, I can show you how long it'll stay lit before it goes out. So this is just a 12-volt power supply, so I'll hook it up to the leads coming from the wheels. And that'll give us light. And then disconnect power. See how many seconds it lasts. Wow, that's a long time. I think it's getting dimmer, obviously, and still on. Technically still on, pretty dim now though. Yeah, that's a really good capacitor bank. That's a great job. I think that's a great detail to add, because I know people were adding those to their Streamline cars so that they didn't get flickering lights on spotty track. Unfortunately, it doesn't do me any good because I'm going through battery power for the cars, but still a really cool feature for them to have. I did notice that they included a connector right here. There's a little power connector that'll make it really easy to add a connector to go from car to car. There's a little, I don't know what type that is, but it's a 2 connector that you can add a battery to pretty easily. So that'd be neat. I'll have to see how low of voltage it will take before it goes dim, or what voltage I should use to power the lights, I guess is what I'm saying. And yeah, that's an awesome car. They're pretty heavy. They're well built, they're thick. They have metal straps across the top that hold up the light bar. They've got nice detail. There's bathrooms on the end. It even has a toilet in the bathroom. I don't know if you can see that, but there's little white toilets in there. That's the capacitor bank again. And there's good chairs and people guy reading a magazine. It's really neat. I'm really impressed. You can really super detail one of these and make it look really nice. So yeah, I'll include a video of it running, and with my 10 car set, I was really happy with the way it ran. They glide super nice. The wheels are really nice. They're all metal wheels, and they roll really well, especially after you oil them. They're just really smooth. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think in the comments below. See you later.